Yeah.
थैंक यू मिस्टर रंजीत। पहले तो मेरे को ये एक थोड़ी कंफ्यूजन है, मेरे को आपको एड्रेस कैसे करना चाहिए? शुड आई कॉल यू सर, मिस्टर रंजीत?
नहीं, मिस्टर ना बोला कर यार, रंजीत इज परफेक्ट।
अरे आई विल गो विद सर देन, बिकॉज़
रंजीत भाई इज ओके, रंजीत भाई बोलते।
रंजीत भाई ओके। तो रंजीत भाई आपने मेरे को बताया आप एक सेमीफाइनल्स खेल रहे हो बोरदलाई ट्रॉफी का।
Oh, semi-finals is played today. Yesterday we played semi-finals. We won 4-0 and ये same team चिरांग दुआर was the same team जिसने अपने ग्रुप में नॉर्थ ईस्ट यूनाइटेड भी था इनके ग्रुप में और शिलोंग लजोंग भी था, तो उनको हरा के आए थे। So it was a great experience to beat them and we had a good match. So अब कल फाइनल है, hopefully we win.
Congratulations for reaching the final. वैसे आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा रहा इस क्योंकि अलग थोड़ा मतलब कंपेयर टू दिल्ली वहाँ का एटमॉस्फेयर और वहाँ का थोड़ा कल्चर डिफरेंट
नहीं भाई, actually North East is for Minerva, it's always been our second home and from our very beginning only all our boys are scouted mostly from this area. In fact हम पिछले साल भी यहाँ पे आए थे, बहुत फेमस बडूसा कप है वो जीता था हमने and we had beaten Gokulam's team in the final. Gokulam was there, we beaten them. So it's a great tournament here and great time to be here all the time. In fact Guwahati हमारा second home इसलिए है क्योंकि AFC के लिए जब हम AFC कप खेले थे, so Guwahati Stadium was our home and we played 4 matches here and we didn't lose any match here, so it was a great experience.
पता है वैसे मैं ये इसका कुछ मेरा वो लाइक इस पॉडकास्ट का ये जो भी वीडियो है पॉडकास्ट है इसका कुछ वो नहीं है ऐसे कुछ आई हैव नॉट थॉट ऑफ अ डायरेक्शन की कैसे जाएंगे, बट मेरे को 2-3 चीजों के बारे में ना एक था कि आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट दिस स्टफ विद यू। तो पहला था मेरे आई वांटेड टू नो अबाउट यू, और मतलब नॉट इन द सेंस कि अच्छा आपका बैकग्राउंड क्या है, वो सब तो आपने बहुत बार बहुत जगह आ चुके हो आप ऑलरेडी, इट्स नोन। एक तो व्हाट हैपेंड विद मी इन लाइक लास्ट ईयर I was working with the club in Delhi football, मतलब not officially but behind the scenes analysis वगैरह, and उस यश के साथ था मैं, if you know यश you might remember यश, या तो उसके साथ था मैं और हम दोनों काम कर रहे थे। और उस टाइम ना हमारा सॉर्ट ऑफ ऐसे कोचिंग में इन्वॉल्व होना और थोड़ा ड्रेसिंग रूम में इन्वॉल्व होना और ऐसे लड़कों के साथ इन्वॉल्व होने में एक चीज सीखी, एंड दैट वाज कन्विक्शन। लाइक जो मेरा चेंज ये हुआ कि आई थॉट फर्स्टली पहले मैं सोचता था सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन, इफ यू हैव इंफॉर्मेशन, इफ यू हैव टेक्निक्स, यू विल बी अ गुड कोच, यू विल बी अ गुड एनालिस्ट, और आप इंटेलिजेंट हो इन जनरल तो इट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट। पर मैंने देखा नहीं यार, गलत था मैं, मतलब ऑब्वियसली दिस स्टफ हेल्प्स कहीं ना कहीं, बट द बिगेस्ट थिंग आई फाउंड वाज कि कन्विक्शन चाहिए, एक बिलीफ। बहुत हाइपोथेटिकल बहुत सॉफ्ट चीज है बात करने के लिए, मतलब क्योंकि टैंजिबल नहीं है कुछ भी, बट की कन्विक्शन की ऐसा ही खेलना है, कन्विक्शन की यही करना है। तो मैं आपसे जानना चाहता था व्हाट इज द कन्विक्शन या फिर व्हाट इज द फिलॉसफी दैट डिफाइंस योर टीम, योर कल्चर?
भाई you hit the nail on the head. In fact यही चीज see you can't, like you said, it's a non-tangible thing, you can't put it into quantity, but this is what decides the champions from non-champions, the conviction. I really truly believe at whatever league you are playing in, the difference between the top 5 or top 7 is not much. Okay, it's the conviction which matters, and that's where the conviction comes from the coach. Agar coach will not believe in his own game plan, in his own game style, and that also not believe in it, will be willing to die for it, and he's not able to get the team to do buy-in. Buy-in का मतलब होता है कि उनको खरीदना पड़ता है, ये कि हाँ ये जो प्लान बोल रहा है कि हम खरीदेंगे इसको कि हमारे लिए काम करेगा ये प्लान।
Exactly.
खरीदने का मतलब वो कैसे पैसे देते हैं? पैसे देते हैं अपने हार्ड वर्क से, कि we will work hard towards this plan so that it will work. If the players are not convinced with the plans even by 5%, it will not work. If the players are on board, doesn't matter what kind of a plan a coach has, as long as this conviction, they will do well. Because all, see, anywhere where a team में cohesion matter करती है, cohesion तभी आएगी जब conviction होएगी किसी simple cause के लिए, and that is a very important factor. So our thing is that our conviction is that small passes will always outdo long passes, even though they are small passes, and we work in smaller progressions in the ball, but the outcome will always be better. Then the outcome of always conviction of pressing will always get us results, because it's not just pressing and getting the ball away. It's getting pressing means that the other team is not being allowed to play. अगर तुम किसी भी टीम को, चाहे घटिया से घटिया टीम को, तुम एक्सप्रेस करने दोगे अपने आप को, वो भी फुटबॉल खेलने आए वो एक्सप्रेस करेंगे। इसीलिए तुम देखते हो जब नॉर्थ मैसेडोनिया जैसी कंट्री खेलती है इटली के साथ, 90 मिनट उनको कोई चांस नहीं मिलता, एक चांस मिलता है वो ठोक देते हैं। क्योंकि क्या बात है, क्योंकि वो ये नहीं है कि घटिया प्लेयर है, मगर इटली इतना अच्छा हाई लेवल था कि उनको सिर्फ एक मौका दिया, अब उन्होंने ले लिया। इटली को इन्होंने 20 मौके दिए, उन्होंने नहीं लिए, यही बात है। नो, द डिफरेंस नॉट कि इटली में कन्विक्शन नहीं थी, बात ये थी कि नॉर्थ मैसेडोनिया में ज्यादा कन्विक्शन थी कि अगर हम इस प्लान को फॉलो करेंगे वी विल गेट रिजल्ट्स, एंड देन द बिलीफ इन देमसेल्व्स कि हम इनको ठोक सकते हैं एंड में जाके, वी जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर दैट वन अपॉर्चुनिटी। सो इट वाज नॉट लाइक सम ऑफ द मैसेडोनिया प्लेयर्स वर सेइंग आफ्टर द मैच कि ये तुक्का नहीं है, डोंट थिंक दैट दिस इज जस्ट कम ऑफ लाइक दिस, इट इज अ टोटल प्लान्ड थिंग। And the way they played against Portugal also, you saw that, you know, they were not far behind. So that is what I believe, that agar aap, doesn't matter how good the other team is, if you don't let them play their football, like Messi ko agar aap 4 bande close down kar do and you don't let him get a ball, he'll beat 4 people if he has the ball. But you don't let him get the ball, usko pass na aane do, then Messi is not Messi. Messi is just another player on the field. So the conviction comes in making the players believe that. And with your team formations and with this, so मेरी team में conviction लाने में बहुत time लगा, साल लगा, and that is why we've got now as a unit pressing at the right times, also playing inverted fullbacks. We are the only team in the country which plays with inverted fullbacks. Nobody else does that. And that conviction, they will only do it when they believe, because then right back को तुम बोल रहे हो कि बीच छोड़ के अपनी डिफेंस की जगह बीच में मिडफील्ड में आ जाओ, और फिर सेंटर बैक भी बार बार ही सीन कि मेरे यहाँ पे कोई नहीं है, और फॉर्मेशन जब अटैक करती है तो 2-3-2-3 बन जाती है, तो देन द सेंटर बैक्स थिंक देयर इज नोबडी ऑन द साइड and the goalkeeper knows that there are only 2 center backs in front of him, there's no 4 wall. So these are all coming from conviction because they believe in the game plan now.
ये है हमारे ना अनफॉर्चुनेट वो था, एक ये कह लो कि हमारे साथ वैसे तो फॉर्चुनेट था इस सेंस में कि वी गॉट सो मच एक्सपीरियंस जब हम काम कर रहे थे ये सीनियर डिवीजन में, उसमें आपकी टीम भी आई थी, लेट ज्वाइन किया था दिल्ली एफसी ने, एंड वी हैड द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू फेस यू गाइस। और तब मतलब दिस इज अनदर थिंग जो है, एक तो गल्फ है लाइक सॉर्ट ऑफ जो आपकी प्रिपरेशन रही है मिनर्वा में और दिल्ली एफसी में इन जनरल, एटलीस्ट जो जितना मुझे पता है, मुझे दिल्ली के सीन में पता है, तो उस सीन में एटलीस्ट जो आपका एक सॉर्ट ऑफ गल्फ है क्वालिटी का कि अच्छा वी आर दिस बेटर। हाउ हैव यू सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइक व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, लाइक अच्छा वी हैव रीच दिस, इज देयर लाइक डू यू वांट टू अचीव मोर, और वेयर डू यू थिंक
No,
यू हैव
yeah
टू
भाई,
टेक?
the point is, now I'll tell you, see, दिल्ली फुटबॉल कोई ये नहीं है कि घटिया सी फुटबॉल है, 70 साल की फुटबॉल है, जिस जगह की 70 साल की हिस्ट्री होती है, जहां पे एक डिवीजन से ज्यादा 3-3 4-4 डिविजन्स होती हैं, तो वहां पे फुटबॉल क्लब अच्छे होते हैं। ऑब्वियसली सुनील चेत्री यहाँ पे पैदा हुआ है यार इस फुटबॉल में, तो ऑब्वियसली फुटबॉल है, सारे बड़े यहाँ पे 10 साल पहले 15 साल पहले तक 40-40 हजार बंदे अम्बेडकर स्टेडियम में इंडिया के नेशनल मैचेस देखते, तो हिस्ट्री है, सारा कुछ है, and the football level is very good. So now it's not that we were so much above, we came preparation was better. I would not say we are better footballers than the Delhi boys. There are a lot of boys who, if you had given them for 1 year, probably could have beaten Delhi FC. Difference is all in preparation, bhai, and that is why the Indian team doesn't do well, because they never get any preparation time. अगर तुम किसी घटिया से घटिया टीम को भी 1 साल इकट्ठे रख लोगे, तुम्हारे वो भी रिजल्ट देगी भाई। सुबह शाम फुटबॉल खिलाओगे, एंड दे ईट लीव ब्रीथ फुटबॉल, दे विल गेट रिजल्ट्स। नाउ इफ यू थिंक टू दिल्ली फुटबॉल, अब क्या होएगा इससे? दिल्ली फुटबॉल में बहुत पहले से चल रहा है कि 2 लाख रुपए खर्च करो या 3 लाख रुपए करो या 5 लाख करो उस महीने, 1 महीने पहले जो बेस्ट प्लेयर दिल्ली के हैं उनको उठा लो।
उनको उठा।
अब दिल्ली के प्लेयर की गलती नहीं है, दिल्ली के प्लेयर को मिलता है 1 महीना खेलने के लिए, क्योंकि वो उठाते ही उस टाइम पे। अब उनको क्या होएगा? नाउ दे विल ईदर पेरिश, दैट मींस ईदर दिल्ली एफसी विल रूल फॉरएवर, और दे विल हैव टू चेंज देयर वे ऑफ थिंकिंग, जो मैंने पंजाब में करवाई है, क्योंकि पंजाब में भी पहले ऐसा होता था। अब ऑल द क्लब्स एंड एकेडमीज इन पंजाब, ऑल ऑफ देम रन थ्रू आउट द ईयर, बिकॉज अगर हमारे से कम्पीट करना था तो करना पड़ना था। सेम वे अब दिल्ली वालों को, अगर उन्होंने लंबा सीजन नहीं दिया अपने प्लेयर्स को, मतलब एटलीस्ट मिनिमम 2 से, उनको दिख गया है गल्फ, सबको दिखा है कि अगर तुम, और ये गल्फ कैसे आया है? उनको लगता है कि रंजीत बजाज ने बहुत पैसे खर्च किए, नहीं खर्च किए, बाकी टीम में भी किए थे, गरवाल ने भी किए थे, बहुत टीम में कैसे खर्च किए थे, और फॉरनर उतने ही होते हैं, और जो मैं इंडियन प्लेयर लाता था उनको 5-7 हजार से ये मिलते थे, ये नहीं है उनको बड़े पैसे मिल रहे थे। बट प्रॉब्लम क्या थी कि वो हर रोज सुबह शाम इकट्ठे प्रैक्टिस करते, 4 महीने 6 महीने हो गए थे उनको बाय द टाइम दे केम टू दिल्ली लीग. एंड बिकॉज वी वर ट्रेनिंग फॉर सेकंड डिवीजन ऑलरेडी, थिंकिंग कन्विक्शन थी कि दिल्ली लीग तो जीतने देता, हम सेकंड डिवीजन की देख रहे हैं. सो ट्रेनिंग उसके हिसाब से हुई, प्रिपरेशन उसके हिसाब से हुई. सो दिल्ली लीग वाज ऑलवेज फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, our motto was who are we the champions, so we were always with the conviction to win.
आपकी वैसे प्रिपरेशन क्या होती है? व्हाट इज, मेरे को याद है जब हम कर रहे थे ना, हमने बहुत गलतियां करी. लाइक हम, एक तो ये कह लो यंग थे, हमें कुछ एक्सपीरियंस नहीं था. एक तो हमने ना, द फर्स्ट मिस्टेक वी डिड वाज कि हमने इन टीम्स को खेलते हुए देखा. लाइक वी वॉच सुदेवा प्लेइंग सम अदर टीम, अब मुझे याद नहीं किसको खेल रहे थे, और हमने देखा अच्छा दे डिड दिस, ये प्लेयर ऐसी हरकतें कर रहा था, ये वैसी. हमने बहुत बहुत लिखा, बैठ के नोट्स बनाए, लिखा, इमेजेस निकाली, फोटो वगैरह निकाली, बैठे प्रेजेंटेशन बनाई, हम बैठे, हमने बताया कि ये करेंगे. वी बिलीव्ड दैट कि हम रख लेंगे, मतलब हम ये कर लेंगे, विल बी एबल टू डू दिस. और आई थिंक ये हमारी मिस्टेक थी कहीं ना कहीं. या तो हमारे पास प्लान बी नहीं था, या फिर हमने ये नहीं सोचा कि वो हमने जैसा सोचा था ना सुदेव, हमने सोचा था दिल सिट बैक, मिड ब्लॉक होगा, दे वोंट डू क्रेजी, पागल नहीं हो जाएंगे.
They won't go crazy, they will not get up into a half and
हाँ,
press.
बट दे डिड क्रेजी, और वो खत्म. वीवर मतलब हम प्लेयर्स के पास फिर बचा ही नहीं ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि दे वर गिवन इंस्ट्रक्शंस दूसरी चीज के लिए. और फिर जब ऐसी प्रॉब्लम आ गई तो अब था वो क्या करे.
अच्छा, ये
अब
क्यों था? ये बताऊं क्या, वो प्लेयर्स को सेकंड प्लान बी क्यों नहीं मिला? बिकॉज
हम्म,
तुम्हारे पास टाइम नहीं था. अगर तुम्हारे पास टाइम होता ना, फिर तुम प्लान बी पे भी जाते और प्लान सी पे भी जाते. क्यों? क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास जो तुमने किया कितना, यू आर लिमिटेड बाय व्हाट, कि सुदेवा कैसी खेल रही है, इनको देखो, इनका प्लान बनाओ. अच्छा, अगर तुम्हारे पास 2 महीने पहले होते टूर्नामेंट शुरू होने से, तुम्हें सुदेवा को नहीं देखना था. तुमने कहा था ठीक है, अगर जो टीम हमारे अगेंस्ट हाई प्रेसिंग खेलती है उनके अगेंस्ट हमने ऐसे खेलना है, जो टीम हमारे ब्लॉक खेलती है उनके अगेंस्ट ऐसे खेलना है. क्यों क्यों? नॉट बिकॉज यू आर ग्रेट, नॉट बिकॉज आई एम ग्रेट, बिकॉज वी हैव टाइम together as a team and doing the same thing. Everybody cohesion, everybody doing the same thing. See, that is why Jose Mourinho कहते हैं कि great coach है, because not because of that, वो जिस भी टीम में जाता है उसको इतना डिफेंसिव बना देता है, because उसके जो डिसिप्लिन है, उसमें इतना डिसिप्लिन है कि वो अपनी टीम, उसके बाद क्या होता है, उसके बाद उसकी टीम में अटैकर तो अच्छे होते ही हैं. So if a team will not concede and they will only score, even if they win 2-0 is the same as winning 9-0. Now the whole point is you drill it into somebody. Now the same thing is happening with Man City and Liverpool. Their defense is mean, but they're scoring tons of goals. But again, it's not come overnight. Jurgen Klopp didn't come in and started winning titles that very year, nor did Pep Guardiola, by the way, with Man City. They also fucking took time. They also took one season, two seasons to get everything right. And then once they got into their groove, they got unbeatable. Why? Because the other teams was, it's not that, see, in Premier League the other teams don't have time to prepare, they also time. But वहां पे क्या होता है, they have money, so they have time with a lesser batch and they have time with money. But whereas Delhi League में ना, the gulf should not be that much, because the money difference, being honest with you, which I'm spending for this is not much different. The difference is only in the foreigner salary, which are coming to me, not because, again, not because this, because they get it for 4 months, whereas other teams will hire them for 1 month. So they will get fit. So if after, suppose we don't qualify, they are fit enough to get into I League or any other place and they're fit enough. Whereas तुम्हारे पास जाएंगे 1 महीना 3 महीना, वो फॉरनर रहेगा कहाँ पे, खाना पीना कैसे करेगा, रहना कैसे करेगा, तो वो चीजें देखते हैं. So they rather come at a cheaper price to me than go to a club will give them 2 lakh rupees for that 1 month.
हमारे साथ भी यही हुआ था. तो हमारे पास प्लेयर्स थे, हमारे पास बच्चे थे थोड़े, मतलब बहुत यंग, जो हेड कोच थे वही कोच कर रहे थे उनको पर्सनली, उन्होंने बहुत सालों तक उनको कोच किया था. वो प्लेयर्स है, और कुछ प्लेयर्स ओनर्स लेके आया था. क्या? सॉरी सर.
Which team?
शास्त्री एफसी.
Shastri.
द
See,
हिस्टोरिक.
प्रॉब्लम क्या थी, शास्त्री एफसी सबसे लेट प्रिपरेशन शुरू की तुम लोगों ने. मुझे हर टीम के बारे में
एग्जैक्टली.
तो तुम्हारी प्लेयर की प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी भाई.
या हरकतें थी पूरी. हमारे पास इनफैक्ट अच्छे प्लेयर्स थे. आई विल से कि हमारे पास अच्छे प्लेयर्स थे, बट ऑब्वियसली वो टाइम वाला था.
भाई फुटबॉल का स्टाइल भी ठीक था. आई रिमेम्बर. सो प्रॉब्लम इसमें नहीं थी, प्रॉब्लम थी इट वाज नॉट वेल ड्रिल्ड इनफ. आइडियाज वर ऑल ग्रेट.
हमने, आई रिमेम्बर, हम यार अब इतना फनी लग रहा है क्योंकि हम ऐसे छोटे बच्चे हैं लाइक कंपैरिजन में. तो हम ऐसे सोचा था कि एक, मतलब वो एक ना काउंटर प्रेसिंग से वो एक थोड़ा एक वो है, एफेक्शन कह लो, एक वो है कि अच्छा करनी है, चाहे कुछ हो जाए करनी है. तो हमने सोचा था कि अगर यहाँ तक मतलब, क्योंकि इतना हमारे पास टाइम नहीं था कि हम ऐसे ऑफेंसिव पैटर्न्स बना पाए, तो हमने बोला था क्रॉस डाल दियो, फेंक दियो अंदर, यहाँ डी के अंदर आ जाएगी, इतना अच्छा एरिया तो है डी में, इससे बेटर एरिया तो कोई है नहीं बॉल ले जाने के लिए, फिर प्रेस कर दो, कुछ नहीं करना, क्रॉस फेंको, प्रेस करो। हम ये सोचे थे कि हम ये करेंगे, ऑब्वियसली दिस डिडंट वर्क, ऐसे एक बार में वर्क नहीं करता, बट हमने ऐसे ऐसे करके प्लान, बहुत कोशिश करी और बहुत हिस्टोरिकली पिट पाट के आ गए इवेंचुअली, बट काफी फन टाइम था। और हमने आपकी टीम, हमने आपको भी देखा टच लाइन पे, आई
बट
रिमेम्बर।
सीखा, टाइम नहीं था भाई, सीखा। सी,
या एग्जैक्टली।
और तो जो तुमने गलतियां की हैं इस बारी, तुम अगली
या
बार नहीं करोगे, एंड इट विल बी अ
सही।
बेटर टीम,
या
एंड दैट्स हाउ यू लर्न, सिंपल एज दैट। नो वन इज बोर्न अ चैंपियन ब्रो। मैं जब पहली बार आया था, मैं बोला था आई न्यू एवरीथिंग, आई डिडंट मैन। जो मेरी पहले साल की विक्ट्रीज थी, आधे तो तुक्के थे, बीइंग ऑनेस्ट विद यू। क्यों? बिकॉज़ आई डिडंट नो फकिंग 1/10 ऑफ व्हाट आई नो नाउ।
एक मेरे को ना आपसे एक और कमाल के, एक मेरे को ना बहुत ऑब्सेशन है इस चीज पे, और वो है स्पीचेस पे। आप स्पीच देते हो, मैंने आपको देखा टेडेक्स वगैरह पे भी, यू हैव स्पोकन अप, you come into a new team, it's a new team, okay, new club, everything is new, you are coming to a place, if you had to say like 5 3 lines, वो जो बैच बैठा है, वो टीम बैठी है, आपके एनालिस्ट बैठे हैं, पूरी टीम, लाइक पूरा स्ट्रक्चर है क्लब का, what will you say to them?
फाइनल है।
No, you have just come in, you have done no work, you have just come in, आप
हाँ,
जैसे,
बट द पॉइंट कौन सा मैच है, कौन सा स्टेज का मैच है? फाइनल, लास्ट मैच है, डू और डाई मैच है।
let's say कि first match of the league, first match of the season.
ठीक है, so that's exactly where my thing comes in. I'll immediately come in and say, okay, I'm new to you, so I don't know your strengths and your weaknesses, but there are some things. See, I can't say go play like Messi or go play like Neymar, because I don't know if you can. I will not say go make this run, because I've not practiced it with you. But there are some things that are not, which does not depend on who you are as a person. Everyone can do some stuff. Everyone, no matter who you are, can put 100% effort. No matter who you are. Okay, whatever you have in you, you have to give. That means if you are told that you're going to be pressing, then you can press till the time you can't run anymore. Otherwise, then you're not giving your 100%. Okay? Then all the time you have to keep telling yourself, focus, focus, switch on, switch on, switch on, switch on, and make sure that you're covering passing lanes. Simple as that. So my aim is that if you're, first of all, if you're near the person, you press him. Don't let him look up. The moment the guy is looking up, he can see where his team is and he can pass. As long as the guy is looking down, he can't do fuck all. Now, when I say press, I don't expect you to win the ball. Don't win the ball. I don't give a fuck. But if you press him, he's going to look down. If he looks down, he can't play. That's all I want from you. If you're far away from him, make sure the guy behind you cannot get the ball. Just cover the passing lane. That means they can't play. And when you have the ball, before, every time you're next to somebody, you always ask yourself this question. After every 2 seconds, what if I get the ball now? Who am I going to pass to? What if I get the ball now? Who am I going to pass to? What if I get the ball now? And if you keep on asking yourself after every 2 seconds, when the ball actually comes to know, it comes to you, decision making will be helped. If you know your right decisions when you have the ball, and you don't let them take the decisions when they have the ball, 50% of the battle is done.
ये काफी वैसे, काफी आर यू वैसे टाइप का बंदा है, वैसे टाइप का कोच जो बहुत मेथोडिकल है, लाइक आप बहुत डिटेल वाले बंदे हो, लाइक मैं बहुत यूरोपियन एग्जांपल ले रहा हूँ, जैसे लाइक पेप है, जैसे बहुत घास
Yes.
घास की लेंथ में बता रहा है, ये है, ये वो सब है।
It's it is totally a mixture actually between Bielsa and Pep, and that's how methodical I am. For example, there is a hydration check of the boys every single day in the morning, and the urine color is matched to a chart. Anyone not matching is, then after a match, immediately after a match, we see, check their weight pre and post. We see how much water they have lost in the match. That water has to be replaced before they leave the dressing room. So making sure कि उनको मौका ही नहीं देना rehydrate होने का. Then if there's a match within 24 hours, हमारे पास hydration के लिए rules हैं, recovery boots हैं, फिर massage guns हैं, कि we spend so much of effort on recovery for a player with, then before a match, carb loading. So carb को ये नहीं कि oh my god यार chef लाओ. Carb loading का मतलब है carbs खिलाओ यार. Carbs can come through bread, it can come through rice, it can come through pasta, depends on what play, but just fucking feed him or load him with carbs. and do not keep on giving him protein. After the match, give him protein. Make sure it doesn't have any red meat before that. Then on match day, give him on time of match, before the match, give him a coffee shot. But with the coffee shot, ensure that he gets lots of hydration, because India में coffee shot के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा dehydration हो जाती है because of the weather.
इंडिया में गर्मी
Then you know all. So I go into the why, because I believe in marginal gains. मेरा काम है कि मैं पागल होऊंगा, तो मुझे अगर हर चीज जो मैं करूंगा पागलों वाली, उससे मेरे को 0.5% भी फर्क पड़ा, end of the day, if I'm 10% better than the other team, then the last 10 minutes of the match, because of my extra stamina as well, I will be 30% better than the other team and I'll kill any team.
काफी। और आपका मतलब यू आर वेरी, वो भी बहुत एनर्जेटिक भी, टच लाइन पे मेरे को याद है हम देख रहे थे काफी भाई, लाइक
because I'm owner. मैं सी ये क्लब जो फॉर्म हुआ है कोई प्लान के साथ फॉर्म नहीं हुआ था। ये 6 साल पहले we were a six-a-side football club. And अभी भी याद है 2014 के अगस्त में I was in Delhi playing a six-a-side tournament, जहाँ पे रॉबिन सिंह आके मुझे बेस्ट गोलकीपर का प्राइज दे रहा था। And this is 2014 in a six-a-side tournament. So उस टाइम से then संतोष ट्रॉफी खेलने के बाद just a six-a-side tournament, which is संतोष ट्रॉफी के बाद the six-a-side team became 11-a-side team, became Chandigarh's Minerva Sharks, became Minerva Academy, and from there came up, and I had to give up football because it became a club. So a very accidental kind of owner. तो अभी तक अकल आई नहीं है कि it's not an owner and coach, not a player anymore.
Is there anyone better
नहीं है? I can't believe there is. See, if the moment I believe there is, then I have already lost half the battle. See, logically speaking, obviously there is. Yeah. Factually speaking, yeah. Result speaking, yes. But moment I believe that, for example, if I was playing Kerala Blasters and I believe that this fucking coach has won so many titles and he's done so many licenses and he's better than me, I would have never even competed with him. But I believed कि क्या गोरा है, the whole point is that making sure that I'll be able to beat this guy very easily, and that's the whole point of beating a East Bengal or a Mohan Bagan or an ISL coach. And that is how I prove to myself I'm better. So once I've done it so many times, I start believing it, then I'm better. So unless and until results stop, I'm better. Simple. There are two things in life: results and reasons. And reasons don't matter.
पता है ये अब पता नहीं मेरा अभी मेरा ये sort of journey चली रही है, like I have no licenses but I work in coaching. I at least I try to work in and I want to work in. I have no licenses but मैंने देखा है कि मतलब I tried to get a license और वो license लेने में मेरे को लगा कि ये सब पता है, like sort of I had this feeling कि ये सब पता है, D license and you go there and you'll be like, if you at least follow बहुत मतलब religiously foot game को, तो you'll be like अच्छा ये सब पता है और वो सब। तो मेरे साथ था क्या, okay I'll forget this अभी के लिए and I'll build my क्या बोलूं character soul, जो मेरी game की image होगी, I'll try to do that। और मैं ऐसे पढ़ने लगा, मैं I started reading a lot about players and I came to this quote yesterday या एक दो दिन पहले, मैं भूल गया, और वो quote ये थी कि footballers always lie. At the end of the game only one team wins but nobody loses. और मतलब मैं मतलब ये थोड़ी ये this is very self explanatory और पता होनी चाहिए।
I'll tell you too, because see, when you actually win, you win the match, but you don't win in football. You win why? Because you don't actually ever look back at a match and try to learn from it. And it's not only this, just saying that, it's just fact. For example, in all the victories we've had, we don't go and actually point out on the negative stuff. ये देख तूने क्या किया, ये क्या किया, let's learn from this, let's make it better. Whereas there are losses, we really analyze it deeply to make sure this doesn't happen again. But actually in football, losing and winning matters on just few moments of the game, and the whole performance in both the matches is almost the same, except those few moments of comes up. So it's true, you never lose in football. And as a coach, you actually, being honest with you, you learn much more if you are intelligent and you want to learn. By losing.
But why I found this quote interesting, बस कि मैं ना पहले like इस कोट से पहले तक या फिर इस रियलाइजेशन से पहले तक I was like कि if I want to be a good coach or if I want to be a good analyst या good anyone in the sport, I have to be the best winner, या फिर I have to be crazy good. Like मतलब I have to win everything. At least try to win everything, या be in contention of winning everything. पर फिर एक ये भी था कि is it fun though? Like I think कि कहीं बार and a lot of coaches या फिर मतलब a lot of good coaches जिनकी टीम्स वो चीज मैनिफेस्ट नहीं कर पाती, उसमें यही डिफरेंस है कि they are not able to get this part of the fun of the game into their teams. It's a lot about winning. Achha, we have to be better, we have to be the best, and not just about okay guys, let's go and have fun.
Bro, see, the point is depends on what level you are at. You ask a champion winning team when they win the year they won the title, did you have fun while doing it? They will say, oh my god, we had the best fucking fun.
Yeah.
If you ask the guys who were runners up and who've lost the title by 1 point, na, it is their worst season in their life ever. Even though they've just lost it by 1 point. It's their worst season ever. They've not had any fun. Whereas the guy who's 4th, 5th, 6th, and who's always been 4th, 5th, 6th, safe from relegation will always have fun. You understand? But the guy again, who's in relegation battle, will not have fun. Now, if you win, for example, when I won the title in I-League, being honest with you, when we were fucking fighting against Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, Neroka, and us 32 different till the last 32 combinations on the last match, it was not fun at all. I'm being very fucking honest with you. It was one of the worst times of my life. Okay. And after winning it, bro, I thought, oh my God, party karenge, ye karenge, and it'll be such a sense elation. No, it was not. It was more a sense of, oh fuck, thank God it happened, man. Thank God we are champions. No, it was more like, thank God it happened than, yeah, thank God it happened. Because the danger of it not happening, being so close, took out all the fear. Now, the same title, Mohun Bagan, when they won with the gap of over 10, 15 points throughout the season. Oh, they would have had a great time. You understand? Very big difference on how you win the title.
Yeah.
So in the fine, like for example, sometimes the hard journeys make it worth it. For example, Sam in this Bordolai trophy. We know the history behind this trophy. Mohun Bagan, East Bengal both count these titles in their 100 titles. So that means we'll be able to count it in our titles which we won. And no Delhi club has ever done it before, so that will be history. Then an ISL club was here, so that even makes it even better. All these things telling ourselves, because coming so far and doing all this and then getting so badly beaten up by all the teams here, like Assam Rifles beat the crap out of us, not in the score, but in the match. The same with Assam Police, they beat the crap out of us, and all the referees were supporting them. Then after that, coming to a big ground like this where we can play proper football in the semi-final was such a big pleasure for us, because we could actually play football without getting hurt. And then the final being here. So this is now fun. Earlier in the 3 group matches, it wasn't fun at all. It was horrible. So see, it's different fun. It's fun when you're able to replicate what you do in practice. I think so. And it comes true as a coach. And it's not fun when you don't replicate it in practice. For example, we won all 3 matches in the group stage. But as a coach, it wasn't fun at all. It was really gruesome. Yesterday, when we won 4-0, even though we were 1-0 till 60 minutes, it was really great fun, even till 1-0. Because we were being able to play football.
तो वैसे आप you are a serial winner, like at least मेरे लिए तो you are. So what would you say कि आपके फुटबॉल में, आपकी आइडेंटिटी में, आपकी फुटबॉलिंग फिलॉसफी में आपका वर्च्यू क्या है? Is it the trophies you have won, or is it what your teams put on the field?
I would say what I would say is more than that, the boys I produce for my country, and I keep producing for my country more than all the titles. They don't matter. But because of these titles and trophies, these boys will get opportunities for their country in different age groups. So the football, earlier I used to think that like you said very rightly, bro, maybe the fun is from winning titles, and we won a lot of them, and it wasn't. But when I came in the last year of my I-League, when we sold to Round Glass before that, we were second and third equal with East Bengal, and Mohun Bagan had won the title. that was the best year of my I-League. That was the year when my football, which I played with my boys, was exactly the brand of football I wanted to play, with my inverted fullbacks and with Sanju Pradhan and Lobo coming in and being the perfect Iniestas and Xavis, and doing the short passing, which Indian football had never done. Making sure we almost beat Mohun Bagan and East Bengal both, and they both were saved by last minute goals, even one away from home, one at our house. So just being there and being the budget again being 1/10 of their budget, showing that good football can compete with good training, because we had a good long preseason, can compete with this, was so much of fun. So I think now when you've been there, you won it all. The lot of focus is shift, and the focus is shift happened in the very first 3 years. See, the year we won it all, the 13, 15, 18 seniors, there's nothing left to win. Then we said, okay, man, let's move on to bigger things. Legacy is not winning I-League titles or any titles. Legacy is producing boys for your country and getting them to the World Cup. So now being honest with you, my complete focus is, if I was given a chance to see my team win the I-League title, or my under 12s go and win. Right now we're going for the Dubai MENA Cup, or we going and playing Barcelona and we playing Man City. Them beating them is much better than my senior team beating Mohun Bagan. Why? Because I'm creating things for the future, and legacy will be getting India to the fucking World Cup, man. Not winning your titles.
मतलब आपकी वैसे कोई टीम है? Is there like a lot of people with you जो आप इतना scouting में जा रहे हो, आप जब मैच से पहले preparation में लग रहे हो, analysis वगैरह?
Yes, I have a huge team. So I believe in analysis so much that it forms basis of my scouting. It forms the basis of my team plan, opposition analysis, everything. We spend more time on that than anything. So we've got analysis experts with us always. My analysts always travel with us. Then we've got the coaches who actually implement the plans on the ground, who actually go and do the practices with them. Then we have a goalkeeping coach. Then we have a massage therapist. Then we have the team manager who's traveling guy. Then we have an operations intern who's also traveling with us. So the whole team travels, and there's a media guy as well. And so the team is almost.
It is important कि आपकी जो team है, it carries the same essence as you do. Like कि आपके analysts भी exactly वही.
That is why the ones who actually travel with the team are a very selected bunch. We know that उनको रगड़ा वहाँ पे पहले लग चुका है, and they have been through रगड़ा. That means they can't. Because see, I'll be honest with you, traveling with this team, and I demand so much of perfection, especially being in India. The kind of things we do, even ISL clubs don't do. The kind of things we follow, even ISL clubs don't follow. But the whole point is not about trying to act out of our range. The whole thing is getting the professionalism in the country. Because get every one of the footballers to think like that. It's not कि वो वहाँ जाके change हो जाएंगे. इसीलिए सुनील छेत्री कहता है कि it's so difficult to change the food habits of these boys, because for 20 years if you're eating something, it's very tough. Whereas suppose these boys who I'm preparing for the future, these boys start eating right, doing right things. When they go on to bigger teams, it will be easier for them to adjust. Not difficult.
तो आपकी scouting how like मैंने ना like obviously European context और वो अलग है, but I used to do, मैं scouting reports लिखता था. तो I wrote an article on one French. तब वो I think he was 20 years old back then. अब शायद 21, 22 का है, and he's a big name now. तब भी था कहीं ना कहीं. So मैंने जैसे करी थी तब scouting, and I found कि उतनी अच्छी नहीं थी, like मतलब थी, but it was very basic. मेरे को इतनी स्मेल नहीं थी तब गेम की जितनी शायद अब है. तो व्हाट इज इट दैट यू डू, और कि आप इतना यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट कि अच्छा व्हेन वी स्काउट we'll get the right guy या फिर we'll get the right boy?
I think bro, this all comes with experience. Like you said कि मेरे को उस टाइम सेंस नहीं थी, तूने खुद बोला है, और मेरे को अब बेटर है. तेरे को पता है कि क्यों है सेंस? क्योंकि जो तूने उस टाइम गलतियां ना की होती तू अब करता. एंड गलतियां तुझे कैसे पता लगी? बिकॉज तूने देखा और तेरे को लगा कि ये होना चाहिए, और बाद में निकला कि नहीं, आई वाज रॉन्ग. दैट इज अ गलती, एंड यू रियलाइज कि आई वाज रॉन्ग, एंड यू विल नॉट मेक दैट गलती अगेन. एंड इफ यू डू मेक दैट गलती अगेन, यू विल फेल. सो यू विल नेवर गो अग्रेस. सो हु आर द वंस हु प्रोग्रेस? जो गलतियां करते हैं, दे डोंट रिपीट देमसेल्व्स. So same bro, it's all trial and mistake. No one's born a genius.
Do you find us like scouting में कभी mistake होती है क्या? Do you find it a mistake Like, is getting a less talented player a mistake?
It depends on what age group. अगर junior age group में less talented player है, is not a mistake at all. But senior age got a less talented player, then you have just fucked your team because you have to pay him no matter what till the end of the contract.
Interesting. और आप when you
junior, no matter what, if you put effort on him, and if he doesn't, you can still, there's no money involved for the club. I'm talking from the club's perspective. As a scout, he's hired to get me the best player. If he doesn't get me the best player and I go on his word, see, there's one scout who recommends people and then I select myself. Then I can't blame the scout. One is the one scout which is working for me in-house and he recommends, and I can just sign.
Filtering की तरह.
हाँ, exactly.
अच्छा, तो आपका कभी what has been your biggest, मतलब scouting is a very अजीब चीज, मतलब scouting में I think scouting में कुछ merit नहीं है. If you get something right, it shouldn't be merit, मतलब ऐसे इसमें merit नहीं होना चाहिए कि you got this player right, क्योंकि I think the merit is with the player.
See, attributes, not success rate. It's not कि बंदा आके गोल मारेगा नहीं मारेगा. तूने अगर सपोज तू स्ट्राइकर कर रहा है, तूने बताना है कि ये जो स्ट्राइकर है ना, ये ठीक एरियाज में पहुंच जाता है हर बारी. ठीक है, अब एक सीजन है टोरेज और तू टोरेज बोलता है वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट स्ट्राइकर है और साला उसके 3 साल चलता नहीं. इट्स नॉट द स्काउट्स फॉल्ट कि 3 साल के लिए बंद हो गया वो. But the point is that you scouted him because he was getting into the right areas and he's a good striker and he's got a good track record. Simple. If a player doesn't perform, then it's not the scout's fault. If suddenly he stops performing, or if his performance dips, or he's not able to get the ball in the back of the net, but he's getting into the right areas.
Has it ever happened with your team कि आपने कोई ऐसा player लिया हो which you thought कि अच्छा ये होना चाहिए and didn't work? बहुत.
Yeah.
How do you deal with this stuff? Like, इतना अगर कुछ बहुत ही बेकार performance है.
Senior player, so then we just put him on the bench. We put him on the bench. We don't have to play him.
मतलब वैसा कुछ इशू नहीं होता जैसा मैं I'm imagining stuff कि अच्छा वो बेकार खेल रहा है, थोड़ा नॉइस, अच्छा आपस में बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छा हो नहीं रहा, अच्छा, और फिर ड्रेसिंग रूम में उतना फिर माहौल.
I'm talking about in the middle of the season. There's no time to improve. और अगर ये प्री सीजन है, मेरे पास टाइम है improve करने के लिए, and then there is a technical problem, then we can improve. But अगर प्रॉब्लम ये है कि बंदे से फिजिकली हैंडल नहीं हो रहा, then we can't improve his size and all. You understand?
Yeah.
If a centre back take physically on a 6'3" in foreigner, then we can't do anything about his 5'8" stature. Then he has to be dropped. But if it's suppose a 6'3" striker, 6'3" centre back who can't take on a 6'3" striker because of his positioning, that we can help.
पता है आपने एक बहुत एक दिल के करीब वाली चीज छू दी आपने, इस हाइट वगैरह मेंशन करी ना. मैंने आपको शायद भेजा भी था, मेरे को पता नहीं आपने देखा नहीं देखा, बट आई सेंट यू अ पॉडकास्ट, मैंने बहुत पहले बनाया था वो, एंड आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट जेनेटिक्स और स्पोर्ट्स साइंस वगैरह, फिजिकलिटी और ये सब फुटबॉल में. बट मैंने रिसर्च करी एंड ऑल्दो इट माइट बी मीनिंगलेस, अब मैं देखूं तो इट्स प्रोबब्ली मीनिंगलेस, बट कहीं ना कहीं जो कंक्लूजन निकला था वो ये था, मतलब a lot of people don't like to hear this, कि इंडियंस हमारे जेनेटिक्स ही, if I compare it to like Europeans, Africans or other races, they are not क्या बोलूं, मतलब इस category of thing में, in the category of thing we want to do, they are not the best.
Because you keep, that's what the whole fucking point is, you keep on competing with them in the same category. तुम लोगों को समझ नहीं है कि जब तक तुम उनसे कैटेगरी compete करोगे कि मैं तेरे को physically on the field beat करूंगा, वो तुम्हारी ले लेंगे. Whereas the same thing happens with a category when you try to compete with those on one-on-one races. Compete कहाँ करना है? Skill में. कि before you even touch me, I'll give the ball away.
Yeah.
With dribbling skills. With people like Dhyan to do earlier in hockey with skill. So that is why I talk with India not sending the futsal entry. The only place Indians can do well right now also, is in futsal. Because in futsal, if you foul somebody in penalty, you can't touch anybody. Ground chota sa hai, so the speed doesn't matter. So as long as you've got little bit of sense, that is why Thailand is doing so well, and Iran is the World Cup futsal champion. See, that's what I'm trying to say. You have to see where your advantages are, and then you have to work on them. Simple. You can't start competing with genetics.
ये तो है, लाइक मैंने इस पे बहुत फालतू की रिसर्च करी थी, एंड आई फाउंड कि हम जिन स्पोर्ट्स में कर सकते हैं उनमें हम करते हैं, ओलंपिक लेवल पे भी जिन स्पोर्ट्स में कर सकते हैं, रेसलिंग में कर लेते हैं, कुछ भी शॉर्ट पावर लिफ्टिंग वगैरह स्पोर्ट्स में वी कैन डू वेल, क्योंकि हम बिल्ट उस तरीके के हैं, बट नॉट नेसेसरली स्प्रिंट एथलेटिक्स या फिर नॉट नेसेसरली फुटबॉल में भी आई थिंक कर सकते हैं। दिस
जी
ब्रिंग्स
कर
मी,
सकते हैं ना, वही point है. See, the point is that have we done it before ever, or am I trying to do something which has never been done before? So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. We went 10 in the and even the very beginning. So कोई बड़ी बात नहीं. कब तक थे? 1970 तक थे यार. So कोई ये बात नहीं है, कभी नहीं थे. और कोई ऐसी कंट्रीज हैं जिन्होंने भी 50 साल फुटबॉल बिल्डर्स में बनाए. हाँ, जापान ने भी ऐसे किया, ईरान भी ऐसी थी. वो सारे बने हैं बाद में जाके, पहले ड्रॉप आया था. So if other countries can do it, who are Asians, okay, or anyone else near us, वियतनाम ने करके दिखा दिया.
इनफैक्ट मैं कहूँ कुछ यूरोपियन कंट्रीज है जैसे स्पेन, स्पेनिश प्लेयर आर जनरली शॉर्टर, नॉट एज फास्ट, वीकर, और ये बट दे हैव बिल्ट ऑन अ पूरे लेगेसी फुटबॉल में.
Look at tiki taka legacy they built, and you look there's them, and they all are, I would say Indians are bigger than all these Barcelona players who were there at that
easily
time. So again, like you said, we have to go on our strengths, bro. They were not trying to make Messi into the striker that give him a long ball and he'll go and take the ball. They used to pass to his feet, which is to be his strength. You pass to Messi on his against a 6'4" center back, obviously Messi can't do fuck all.
ये भाई क्रेजी बात. और आई थिंक कि जो आपने अभी तक सॉर्ट ऑफ वर्क करा, इट्स वेरी एडमायरेबल. डू यू सी योरसेल्फ डूइंग बेटर एंड बेटर? आपको लगता है, हैव यू?
Has to be, bro. See, I will not be able to live with myself if I don't see. That's what I'm saying. When you said a serial winner, it's not about winning. It's about being better than what I was yesterday. So it's not winning. I'm not winning. I'm trying to do what I could not do yesterday, and I'm trying to be better than what I am today. So if I keep doing that, the results in my football will keep showing. Why? Because I'm better than myself yesterday, then my team will also be better than what I was yesterday. And when I say my team, the entire team working under me, and all my boys working under me, all my teams working under me. So as long as I keep improving, they will damn well keep improving. Why? Because it's happened, and it's been happening. And my competition is me, and I can beat myself because who do I know? I know myself the best. Simple.
वैसे मेरी इस चैनल पे थीम रही है डेटा को लेके बहुत लड़ाई झगड़ा है इस चैनल पे, इन द सेंस कि मैं बहुत डेटा वाला बंदा हूँ. लाइक आई पुट डेटा एट अ वेरी हाई प्लेस. मेरे को लगता है जितनी इन्फॉर्मेशन लो उतना बेटर है. तो आई थिंक इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और इंडिया में इतना काम हो नहीं रहा है, हो रहा है आईएसएल में भी, बट मैंने देखा आईएसएल में बहुत कम उस नहीं है. मतलब मैं कैसे समझाऊं, वो उतना लेवल का नहीं है.
इस जो है सारे जितने मेरे सेट पीस हैं is all based on data. Delivering into the box of
आप इनकॉर्पोरेट करते हो डेटा को अभी मिनर्वा में?
बहुत ज्यादा. For example, why do we have, okay, we are the only team in India which in corner against us always think it's our set piece, and we have 3 up front. Why? Because data says out of every 66 corners only 1 is scored. So 65 times is chance for me to score. When is the chance for me to score? When is their defenders out of position the maximum times in my corner, in my box. That is why I have 3 up front. At my moment I have 3 up front, the other team will have to have minimum 4 with my 3 plus their goalkeeper 5th, the guy taking the corner 6th, the guy in the midfield, the second ball 7th. They'll only be 4 in the box. So to rather I have 5 versus 4 in my box or 9 versus 8 in my box. I rather have 5 versus 4 in my box and a counter-attack chance on the other side. And have I scored goals like this? I've scored goals like this in the I-League, man. Against teams like Real Kashmir, who never used to get out of their, and the only time they used to get out of their box was this, and we scored against that in the counter. Against Neroka, against I think Gokulam, 3 good teams we scored against just using this tactic.
मतलब आप you are a big data guy. मतलब आपको अभी तो ऐसा है कि इंडिया में इतना वो है नहीं, we don't have the infrastructure कितनी तरह.
Yeah, I did the partnership with them the first year of my I-League. After I brought them and I told everybody that I think I won the I-League because of data. Everybody got Instat. Now even all ISL clubs use it. I scouted through Instat. I scouted Kiran Limbu through Instat. I went on stats, not on from the country they were going through. And that is why they were brought, and I was right. I brought William Opoku through Instat again as he was 17. And Chencho was 19 when he was brought in. And Kiran Limbu was nobody then, Nepal goalkeeper, you know. And I wasted 3 of my corner spot on those guys. Why? Because stats gave me something which no agent could give me.
ये तो है भाई. it feels good to hear this from you कि आप इतना सब very methodical और बहुत डिटेल में. I won't take a lot of your time. एक last question before I let you free. वैसे वर्ल्ड कप में इंडिया नहीं है अनफॉर्चुनेटली, बट if you have to support one team in this World Cup, who are you going for?
I would support the underdog always. So I would go for Canada.
Canada. Okay, nice.
I would go for
Good
Canada.
choice.
Yes, and also because looking at Canada, if the way they have revived the system in the last 10 years,
Yeah,
just any
brilliant.
country and they were shit 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
gives me hope because my country can do it.
Mr. Ranjit, thank you for coming in again. बहुत मजा आया बात करके. And I think I hope कि आपको भी आया हो थोड़ा different आपके लिए भी. Usually लोग आपके साथ
Yes, and totally
interview type
different
करते
from
हैं.
the everyday same thing again.
Yeah, yeah,
Go
yeah.
to talk to who wanted to go to totally the other side and not on the same commercial side every
Commercial,
time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. मेरे को भी लगा था
Look,
boring
I'm
हो
not.
जाता.
Like you're relaxing in your living room. I'm also relaxing on my bed and giving this interview
Yeah,
chill.
yeah, yeah. Thank you
Perfect, man.
again, bhai.
Thank you so much for having me and great to be on again, man. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye.